What's up, good people? This your boy Work Geo, coming to you with another video number 2 on the channel. Phone want to hate on me, right? And cut that off. But basically, this is the second video on my new channel, Painted Fresh Daily. And the goal here, man, is just to encourage, those who get it, the ones who are on a similar path as myself. A lot of us, over the years, man, we just been feeling counted out, feel like we don't have a voice, especially online. Certain things getting highlighted, and it's a lot of stuff that should be highlighted that's not getting highlighted. And so my take on all of this, man, is just to, do what I call applying fresh paint to some of the things we might have already heard somewhere or not. But, sometimes you can hear a piece of information and coming from the right person, it hit different. And so, what I want to do, man, is just really lock in and focus on some of these things that I think are extremely crucial. A lot of it's straightforward, but, we tend to miss it, man, and it just don't hit the same sometimes. So, as you see in the title, man, we have to stop talking to people. And I know that sounds crazy, but you kind of get where I'm coming from. We have to stop sharing our thoughts. We have to stop thinking people get what it is we own and what we talk about. We might tell people our plans, and then how that go. You tell somebody something just in good faith, excited for yourself, and they don't receive it the same way. So what happens is it affects your energy. It makes you not really want to pursue what it is you care about. And they can have their reasons why they really don't feel how you feel, and part of it, a lot of people just don't get it because they're not you. They don't sit with your thoughts. They don't internalize it the way you do. They got their own stuff going on, and that's fair enough. But then it's a lot of people that are closed-minded. A lot of people feel like reporting to a job and just doing the best they can at somebody else's vision, because that's all a job is. If you just work a job, you're really pouring into somebody else's vision. And I mean, I don't know who I'm offending by saying that, but like I said, I do this content for more so people that not only work a job because I work a job, but have something else that they might really want to pursue in life and just don't know how to get there. And I feel like with my, just experiences and things that I've witnessed in my life, I feel like I'm a good candidate to be able to share that. I'm a graphic artist. I've been doing that since 2017 professionally. I got a whole lot of placements just in music with different artists, signed and unsigned. A lot of small businesses I've done, designs for the big rig trucks. I've done those logos. I've worked with a few clothing brands and did shirt designs for them. And then, of course, I have my brand, the Fresh Paint Company. You can always go to my website and check out my work, getfreshpaint.store. I appreciate you. But, I do that. I come from music, extensive music background. And that's another video. I want to touch on that in another video, because if you notice, you know what I'm saying, and I think I've addressed it, I'm of age. I'm not a young 20-something-year-old dude. So, I'm wanting to encourage people that might even want to be musicians or have, put music out and consider themselves singers, rappers, whatever it might be. And, even though you haven't quote unquote made it, and this is what society might consider made it. But I think the goal is to make a living off what you love to do. And so it's a lot of people that are famous and on, but they ain't even making money. And let's be real, I'm saying, the business ain't there, but it's about being popular, I guess. Right. So, again, that's another topic. But you share these things with people in good faith, thinking that they're going to be a cheerleader and celebrate you and be happy for you. But if you notice, man, people tend to, it's like you hold the mirror up at them. You take steps to go into a certain direction, and then to them, they look at you like you supposed to be counted out already. I thought we wasn't good enough for none of this. Like, you really think this will happen for you? Like that energy comes off, and then it discourages you, man. So like, I'm a victim of it, just small talking people, just having conversation. I'm excited for myself. I fight every day to try to like make a breakthrough, and I do what I can to see results. And, it sucks when you don't have nobody there to really celebrate some of these victories with you, because, even though the world don't see it, you making change every day, just you changing your mindset and how you see something. you taking steps forward closer and closer to what it is you care about and what you truly consider your purpose. And that's the ultimate goal. It's like, who celebrates the ones who don't give up? Like, let's talk about that. Like, I don't really feel like it's a lane for people that are just those fighters, those go-getters that hit roadblocks but get right back up. You know what I'm saying? Fall on their back pockets, dust themselves off, and keep going. Like, there's really nobody that celebrates that. A lot of the content that I see, it's like, I'm already here, and so sign up for my course, my master class, and I'm gonna show you how to get to where I'm at. You see my Ferrari, you see my nice house. Like, I'm not knocking those people, but I think it's like kind of like jaded and oversaturated. It's oversaturated now. It's like a lot of people have figured out that formula of, man, let me just achieve a certain amount of success and then become a guru in that topic. But it's like, what about the people that's still in it, that's still fighting and wanting to give you some hope and let you know you're not by yourself, man? Like, I get up every day thinking of my big picture, planting seeds, figuring out a way to make everything work for me, But when you share this with the wrong people, instead of getting encouraged, they discourage you. They make you feel like it's not worth it. They start to, pour on a lot of their insecurities and things that make them feel like they're not good enough. They want you to enjoy that with them. Misery loves company. So you'll get a lot of people that just want to see you not make it to make them feel better. And that's real. Like, I've dealt with that. It's a lot of people that I just stopped talking to because I feel like, man, you know what? Like, it's better that I just keep this to myself and just keep chipping away at this iceberg every day. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like my first video, it's not too late for you. It can be something that you get stuck in and you end up a hamster wheel, mentality where you make progress, but you keep getting pulled back by the wrong people and the wrong energy, and that's something that we got to keep it real. Like, a lot of these people we cool with, friends, family, whoever, it's like, we're used to them being around and we used to having, that company, but sometimes it's not even necessary, especially if you have something that most people aren't pursuing, that most people don't understand. They're not in your shoes. They're not understanding your thoughts and what you sit with and the work you put in. It just don't hit the same. Some people just around for the results. You know what I'm saying? That whole, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym, that's real. Like, you got to pay attention to that. Who's around and who's really receiving me on this level and understanding and respecting the person that I am now. Because it's not like I'm going to change and become a cool person to you overnight, genuinely. Like, it's really you just seeing my come up and now you want to be a part of that. Or, oh man, I always believed in you. It's like easy to do that. But what about when it ain't, clear to you that I'm making progress and you just know my character and know that I'm not a quitter and I push and I keep going until I see results. You know what I'm saying? Like, who celebrates that? Nobody really but yourself. Like, you have to celebrate that. You got to believe in you, because it's a lot of people that have given up on themselves. So, when I say stop talking to people, man, it's like literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to necessarily just completely stop talking to people, although that's a good idea to keep it real, but it's just what you talk to them about. You don't always want to share your wins and your losses and losses are lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's just something you learn from to keep pushing. But that's what this community is about. I want people to get in the comments, as we continue to build. But, for right now on this level, man, I honestly, truly want to, just build this based on quality. It's not about quantity and seeing a lot of numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really tripping off of the numbers right now. I could have 100 people on here that all just really rock with the content and understand what's going on. And I'm cool with that. If it's real, actual people that support and understand what's going on, because the only way is up, you know what I'm saying, from here. So it's like, I know word of mouth travels and people eventually will spread the word, but it starts with a seed, man. It starts with, having a small group of people that really get each other and really connect and understand that it's us against all of this, man. It's like, too many times, I've like really been discouraged and realized, like, man, it's best to just be quiet. And I've been on the phone, you know what I'm saying, just talking to somebody. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I want to share something, you know what I'm saying? I want to express what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for myself. I want to share this. And I battle with that, you know, and I end up slipping and I still end up saying too much and it never fails. I get that result that I was kind of low key expecting. And I had to remember, see, you should have just kept it to yourself, man, and just did what you had to do. So share it here, man. Let's get on this channel and like get in the comments. Y'all let me know what it is you got going on. You know, I won't make you feel like, you know, whatever. Hey, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like whatever people doing, how they say, they don't even have to say nothing. Sometimes you just feel that energy from somebody that you could tell they not really genuinely there for you and excited for you, that you making them feel some kind of way. You know, like I ain't even gonna post a picture. You guys will see it. I'll probably get on this in another video, but you know, top of the year, man, I was pretty heavy. I was probably about a good 50 plus pounds heavier than I am now. And I had to just lock in. You know what I'm saying? I work out every day. I eat once a day. I eat light things around that meal. You know what I'm saying? Fruit. I make smoothies, plenty of water. You know, I might do some tuna, a few crackers with that. And then I have a good, you know, solid meal, you know, some protein like some salmon or some grilled chicken, vegetable salad, you know what I mean? That's how I'm eating these days. And like I said, I work out every day. Every day I do a little strength training. I keep my curl bar with me. You know what I'm saying? I keep my dumbbells with me and I just do them in the room. You know what I'm saying? In between calls, I work from home. So, you know, a lot of this, man, I'm grateful for. And it's allowed me to realize, man, enjoy your own company. Be okay with being alone and planning and putting it all together. Because if you get around the wrong people, man, let's be real, man. Most people are annoying. Most people throw you off. Most people are distractions because they don't have that same fire that you have. They don't understand what this is. But just know I understand. You know what I'm saying? I live this every day. So what you get from me is just somebody who's doing a balancing act, man. You know, I'm a father raising my son. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking him to and from games and things like that. But I still have to, you know, be a man and take care of the things that I know I deserve as a man too. You know, just out here pushing, man, you know, doing the whole 9 to 5 thing, but still doing freelance art, pushing my brand, got my website, built that on my own, you know, music. Yeah, I still do that. And I just actually finished the EP. Shout out to my boy Day One mixing that. You know what I'm saying? I had that ready pretty soon. But yeah, all this stuff I just fired off with is truly what I have going on. And that's me downsizing a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this is me realizing like, man, what really matters? What do you need to put your focus in on? And if it seemed like a struggle and I know I could put more energy into something else, that's what I'm going to do. But one thing I am not going to be doing, man, is sharing my information, sharing my, not information, but just sharing my plays, you know, sharing what I'm doing, sharing my thoughts with people. You know, you might be a friend, but to a certain level, you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that just don't deserve to know what you have going on. So I hope that did something for you, man. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I don't want to digress too much and get on other topics that I plan on making videos about. But this one right here, man, was just to let you know, man, stop talking to people. Just stop. Let them see what you do. Let them see the actions. If they not getting it, if it's a struggle to get people on board, just keep working, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not too late for you. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what life experiences you've had. It's just not too late for you. Whatever it is that goal is you want, you can decide right now that when you get up in the morning, you're going to do everything you got to do to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking bad about AI right now, but I'll be real, man. ChatGPT can help you get your life together if you know how to use it. That's another video too I want to talk about. You know, I stay tapping in with ChatGPT, man. I got the paid subscription. That's how much I'm locked in with ChatGPT. Just helping me stay organized with certain things and, you know, just realizing, man, like I'd rather tell ChatGPT than to tell people sometimes. I'm gonna keep it real. I'd rather tell ChatGPT what I got going on than to tell some people in my life. You know, let's keep it real. So, you know, again, man, I hope that resonated with somebody. You know, this channel is new. Shout out to my first subscriber too, man. I really wish I would have. Matter of fact, nah, I ain't even gonna do you like that. I got my phone right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to something real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my page or to my channel, and what's up, people? Hold on, let me lower that video, man. Shout out to Ice Cold Water at 3 a.m. Man, that's a cold name too. Ice Cold Water at 3 a.m. It ain't nothing like it. If you get up 3 a.m., yeah, you gonna want some ice cold water, man. You already been asleep. You get up, drink you some ice cold water, go right back to bed, man. And that warm cover, what? Come on. So shout out to you, man. I want to take time to really shout out my subscribers and let you know I appreciate you. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep making this content, and we're gonna build this channel up. So Painted Fresh Daily, man. I'm not always gonna post daily, but this is stuff that you can take with you on a daily basis. Just to clarify that, I don't really have a video schedule in terms of when I'm gonna be dropping videos. I would like to give y'all some every day, so we'll see. But without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. But like, comment, subscribe if you found any value in it. I would say turn on the notification bells. As much as you engage with the video, the better it looks with the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pop up in the feed for people to discover this content. So it would help me out a lot if you did that. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all, man. It's work.